Okay. Yeah. So our theme today about symbol. About symbol with S and Y direction of translation. So now we'll be starting off. So first, open a new window. Yeah. Open a new window and then open folder. For me, I will be selecting this one to start coding. So now let me zoom in first. Appearance zoom in. Today will be a very short. I hope. Okay, index.html, our SOP, star.cs. Now these two things. Yeah, very fast. So first we have to link it first. Link our index to the star. 7 sheet and hashtag to our star. Okay. Okay, so now we already linking it. So we just open Live server. Okay, opening. Now it's nothing. Let me put it on top first. Yeah. Now it's nothing. And let me close this. And for now, as you can see, I have a ball. So I have declared a class for the ball. And also I have my background. So I have to declare another class for my background. Okay. So just declare a class X or S. Instead, we declare another class called circle. To set it, and then we can shift to the star.css. So for our star, first we have to let all the margin go up first. Margin 0 and then 0. Yeah. So this is the first step. Second, we have to for all of our dimension, we want them to have a width of 1 pixel. Okay. So now we already finished our environments configuration. So now we'll be starting to starring our first class X. So for our X, we want to the animation for it. So for the X means we want to have the animation of the X means this one in X direction. Yeah, so we do animation with an X animation can I say X motion. Yeah, X motion. The motion which we will be define later. Then 3-second linear infinite times and the alternate cycle. So now again, in order to declare the motion we want for our animation, we use the keyword called keyframe. Keyframes. Keyframes what? Keyframes our X. So keyframes X. So last time I mentioned that keyframes will consist of 0 to 100%. For now, we only want to concern it's 100% of the effect means is a full effect without any transition in between. So we just directly 100%. I want to know 100%. So 100%, we want to do what? We want to transform it, means from left to right, from left to right. So for this, we have to do a transformation. Transformation of what? Transformation of translate S. So inside this translate S, we have to give them a value of parameters to let the ball to swinging, not swinging, moving left and right. So is calculate the way to do the motion is to use the calculate between 100 feet to 100%. Okay, so this 100 feet means the total range we want to have the motion. The 100% means the margin of the end of the window relative to the center of a circle we want. This if is 0% here, our circle will be tilted out to the window with a half showing here. Later I will show you here, but let's continue first. So now we already define the transformation, but it's starting here. We already defined, but it's nothing here because we haven't construct any circle here. So circle for this division. Yeah. We need to define any star for a circle. Now we are going to define a star. Okay. So circle. So we want the circle to have a color of, let's say, before is what color? Let's see. It's black color. Okay. So you can see it's moving left and right. So that's not mentioned. This one is a range. So if I put only 10, you put left and right only at 10% of the whole patch. So now this 100% means the margin of this center to the window. So if I put 0, let's say it will be how to say completely out of the vision. Yeah. Let's say 50, for example. It will be half of the vision. So so because you can see our division is 100 pixel width. So if I put a 50, half of it will be out of the range, out of the vision only. So let's put 100 so that whole block, the whole ball to be a ball will be completely right into the window. Yeah. So make it become a circle. So give it 50%. Yeah, become circle. On position, we give it display flex. It's going to display flex, align items, center, define items, center, is to make sure that the ball is always in the center of our from the home position, so that from our transformation we can calculate it. How to say this one? Because we are calculate the motion based on the origin, so we want to centralize it at its origin, so we can have a mesh result. I would say it's just to let us to have a better way to adjust the origin and adjust the motion. Yeah. So these three flex center is to let us easier when dealing with the transformation in this case. Okay, we want to read 100%. 100%. This one is actually is you need to do is okay. You just make sure the width and height is always 100%. Yeah. But now we want to give in animation of y direction. So let us stop this first. Wait, no, we want to stop it. And do the animation. Animation of y, 5 second, linear, finite, and alternate. So as you can see, they are same animation. Yeah. Except that the time is different. The time. So now we are going to define the motion for the y direction. So in order to define again, we have to use the keyword called frame keyframes. Frames. Frames y. Keyframes y again 100%. We don't want any transition in between. Keyframes y transform will translate in y direction. Again, this one we have to use the couplet again in order to define its transition in y. So just now, this one is the range of the motion, and this one is the margin, I would say, the margin of the rock to the window, the edge of the window. So then we want the ball to move 100% completely within the ball and completely to touch the edge to the edge. So we want it to have 100 hash mean the height and 100 pixel so that it will be visible. So as long as I set it, it will be motion when we're going down. Yeah. Yeah. So this possible is a very basic idea of the transition SY and the animation and the keyframe. Yeah. And also the calculate the range and their margin. So yeah, it's just that simple. Any question from the ground? Yeah, actually I already done it.
Oh, done already.
Yeah, very simple one.
Okay. Oh, nice. I mean, I can see it's quite easy to implement.
Yeah. So the idea of this topic is to let you to learn about the keyframe, the translate y, calculate animation. Yeah, this few thing only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 concepts. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Do you want to end it earlier today, or you want to try experiment around a bit with this ball?
I want to ask, is there any question for you guys?
Looks good
Yeah,
to me.
actually, let's try this. If you create 3 seconds, you see, you'll be touching the internet. So, as long as if the motion is not in the same, let's say, same frequency, not frequency, same period. Yeah, same period. The resultant motion will not be very perfect 45 degree as in one. So that is why it will never touch the corner of the screen when however you adjust the size of the window. So it's the idea of why the ball is never going to touch the screen like we used to hope in our Windows 10 or Windows 7 screen saver this thing. Yeah. So this is the end. Any question? Ask one more call. Yeah, so I will stop recording. How to stop?
Yeah. Then you need to press, you go to your chat there. There's a confirmation at the chat there, yeah.